Welcome to Desert Sports Live. I'm Albert Velarde.
And I'm Stephen Parks.
Let's take it out to Moriarty, New Mexico with Stephen Parks.
That's right, Albert. Bloomfield was down in Moriarty this last Friday, where they would look to continue their undefeated season against the Pintos. Number 3, Peyton Duncan would get the scoring started in the first quarter with a 30-yard touchdown run and put the Bobcats up 6-0. In the third quarter, Blake Spencer would hit number 4, Caden McCown, for the 40-yard touchdown reception to put Bloomfield up 28-0. Late in the game, Spencer would throw another touchdown pass, but this time it would be for 20 yards to number 10, Caleb Hutchins, as Bloomfield would again go on to win big against Moriarty 42-0. The number 1 Bobcats will take on the number 2 Spartans in a huge district matchup tomorrow night in Bloomfield. Also in 4A action, Aztec lost to Bernalillo last week 64-12 and will be on bye this week. Kirtland played Espanola Valley and came up short 31-15 and will be headed to Taos tomorrow night. All right, Albert, let's take it down to Rio Rancho as PV took on the Rams.
Thanks, Stephen. The Panthers made the road trip down to Rio Rancho to take on the Rams this last Friday. The Panthers would have momentum early in the game as number 14 Nate Duckett would come up with a huge interception to put the Panthers in great field position. This would eventually lead to a Herrera 25-yard field goal. Pedro Vista would trail at halftime 23-3, but Pedro Vista's Ruben Marquez would hit AJ Cockrell in the corner of the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown reception. With the late surge from PV's Brig Kaiser, he would score in a 10-yard touchdown run, but it wasn't enough for Pedro Vista as they fell to the Rams 36-33. PV will be at home tomorrow night against the Cleveland Storm. The Farmington Scorpions went down to Rio Rancho last Friday as they lost to Volcano Vista 41-7. Farmington is on the field tonight at the Hutch. Now let's take it out to Farmington High School with Stephen Parks in boys soccer.
That's right, the number 2 team in 5A, Rio Rancho, comes to town to take on the Scorpions in a district matchup. In the first half, the Rams would get on the board with a nice volley into the back of the net off of the corner kick. Rio Rancho would strike again with about 5 minutes left in the first half on a goal that built from the defense and ended in a nice through ball and then passed into the back of the net. Farmington was able to put one in the second half, but Rio Rancho was just too much as they would go on to win 3-1. Now let's take a look at our upcoming men's and women's soccer schedule and some volleyball.
In boys soccer, Farmington taking on Volcano Vista, the Pedro Vista Panthers taking on Cleveland, Aztec versus Kirtland, and Bloomfield taking on Mayamura. In girls soccer, Farmington versus Volcano Vista, Pedro Vista versus Cleveland, Aztec versus Kirtland, and Bloomfield taking on Mayamura.
In volleyball, it'll be the crosstown rivals, Farmington versus Pedro Vista, Aztec taking on Gallup, and Bloomfield taking on Kirtland. This will conclude our weekly segment. Thank you for watching.
This has been brought to you by KOBF TV and Desert Sports Live.